अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मैं हूं इशफाक रियाज और आज हमने फिजिक्स का एक और इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक आपके लिए चुना है। जी हां, टॉपिक है कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स। आपने प्रीवियस लेक्चर मेरा देखा होगा जहां पे हमने ग्रेविटी और ग्रेविटेशन के दरमियान डिफरेंस भी लिखी। यू ऑल नो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ग्रेविटी एंड ग्रेविटेशन। देन यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, उसकी मैथमेटिकल फार्मूला मैंने आपको बताई। अगर आपको याद होगा, मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म ऑफ द यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन इज F इज इक्वल टू G m1 m2 डिवाइडेड बाय r स्क्वायर। और उस लेक्चर में हमने g के बारे में भी पढ़ा। देन वी सॉल्व्ड फ्यू ऑफ द न्यूमेरिकल्स रिगार्डिंग द मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म ऑफ यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन। और इस चैप्टर में, इस टॉपिक में हम आज डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स। सो लेट मी राइट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, और यू कैन सिंपली से प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स। ये जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है बिटवीन एनी टू मासेस इन द यूनिवर्स, बेसिकली इसके कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं। पहली जो प्रॉपर्टी है इस ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स की, ये जो फोर्स ऑफ इट इज ऑलवेज, ये जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है इट इज ऑलवेज attractive in nature. So let me write the first property of gravitational force. It is always attractive in nature. It is always attractive in nature. It is always attractive in nature because it is the force between the two masses. क्या कोई फोर्स रिपल्सिव भी हो सकता है? हाँ, आपने सुना होगा द इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स, क्योंकि नेचर में हमें चार फोर्सेस होते हैं। मैं आपको बताऊंगा ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, वीक न्यूक्लियर फोर्स, अभी आपने इस बारे में नहीं सुना होगा, लेकिन दो फोर्सेस आपने 9th क्लास या 10th क्लास तक सुने होंगे। ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, वीक न्यूक्लियर फोर्स, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स और स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियर फोर्स। इन नेचर वी हैव फोर फंडामेंटल फोर्सेस: ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, वीक न्यूक्लियर फोर्स, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियर फोर्स। ये जो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स है, इट एग्जिस्ट्स बिटवीन द चार्जेस। इफ दिस इज पॉजिटिव चार्ज, दिस इज नेगेटिव चार्ज, फोर्स बिटवीन पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव इज अट्रैक्टिव, ये आपने सुना होगा। इफ दिस इज पॉजिटिव दे विल रिपेल ईच अदर। इफ दिस इज नेगेटिव वंस अगेन दे विल रिपेल ईच अदर। आपने मैग्नेटिक पोल्स के बारे में सुना होगा, नॉर्थ पोल एंड साउथ पोल। लाइक पोल्स रिपेल एंड अनलाइक पोल्स attract each other. North and north will repel, south and south will repel, but north pole will attract the south pole. This is electromagnetic force, but this is, we are discussing here the gravitational force that exists between the masses. और masses के दरमियान ये जो force है, it is always attractive in nature. ये इसका पहला characteristic feature है gravitational force का। नंबर 2 फीचर अगर आपको याद रखना है, और आपने मैंने पहले ही बताया अबाउट जी, यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट, उसका एक फीचर मैंने आपको बताया, दैट डज नॉट डिपेंड अपॉन द इंटरवीनिंग मीडियम। सेम इज द केस विद द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स। इफ दिस इज अ बॉडी ऑफ मास m1, दिस इज अ बॉडी ऑफ मास m2 एंड द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन देयर सेंटर्स इज r, ये जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है इट इज अगेन इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द नेचर ऑफ मीडियम। इट इज independent of nature of the medium between the two bodies. Nature of the medium between the two bodies. Between the two bodies. ये जो masses है, whether you place them in air or vacuum, in water or glass, or whatever is the medium between the two masses, this gravitational force will again remain the same. I mean, it does not depend upon the nature of the medium between the two masses. This is the characteristic 2 or property 2 of this very gravitational force. Now, the next property, ये जो gravitational force है, इन चार fundamental forces में ये weakest force है. So, this gravitational force, it is the वीकेस्ट फोर्स इन नेचर। हमारे पास जो 4 फंडामेंटल फोर्सेस है नेचर में, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, वीक न्यूक्लियर फोर्स, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स, इसके बारे में आपको 12th में पढ़ना है, कूलम्ब्स लॉ इन इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स, एंड दिस इज स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियर फोर्स, ये भी आपको 12th में ही पढ़ना है, युकावास थ्योरी ऑफ न्यूक्लियर फोर्सेस। लेकिन इन 4 फंडामेंटल फोर्सेस में सबसे वीकेस्ट फोर्स जो है वो है ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स। अगर मैं इनके रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ लिखूंगा यहां पे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ए रेशियो, इफ आई राइट Fg, that is gravitational force, this is weak nuclear force, this is electromagnetic force, and if I take the ratio of this with strong nuclear force, अगर मैं इनका ratio relative strength लिखूंगा in terms of their ratio, this will be 1 is to 10 raised power 25, this is 10 raised power 36, this is 10 raised power 38. ये जो gravitational force है, it is weakest among all the four fundamental forces. Now let us discuss one more property of the gravitational force. Here, ये जो gravitational force है, it is a central force. Now the question is, what is central force? मैं लिखूंगा यहाँ पे gravitational force, it is a central force. Now what is meant by central force? मैंने आपको statement में ही समझाया. Suppose this is a body of mass m1, this is another body of mass m2, and the distance between their centers is suppose r. Now, what is the direction of this force? If this body attracts this body, this also attracts this body with the same force as per the Newton's third law, क्योंकि मैंने आपको लिखा f of 1 2 it is equal to minus times f of 2 1. What is the direction of this very force? Statement में ही मैंने आपको बताया, this force acts along the line joining the centers of these two bodies. इसी force को हम basically कहते हैं central force. The force which acts along the line joining the centers of the two masses. So that is called a central force. So gravitational force is basically an example of central force as well. So the force between two masses is gravitational force, and that is a central force. Now the property, fifth characteristic feature of this gravitational force, one more characteristic of this gravitational force is that it is an inverse square force. What does this inverse square force mean here? The force of attraction between two masses, it is inversely proportional to square of the distance between their centers. ये जो inverse square relation है, if you decrease the radius, force of attraction will get increased. If you increase the distance between the two masses, force of attraction will get decreased. I mean, if you increase distance, force of attraction will get decreases. If you double the distance, जो कि मैंने आपको पहले लेक्चर में assignment पूछा था, assignment बोला था एक क्वेश्चन करने को, if we double the distance between the two masses, what will happen to the force of attraction? It will become 1 by 4 times. If we triple the distance between the two masses, it will become 1 by 9 times. So this is what is called the inverse square relationship. That is, force of attraction between two masses, it is inversely proportional to square of the distance between the centers of the two bodies, right? Now, one more characteristic feature of this gravitational force is that it is a two-body interaction. What does this two-body interaction mean? Let me elaborate it here. Now, if I have two bodies of masses m1 and m2, this is m1, this is m2. Now, if I place a third body here, suppose this is body of mass m3, will the force of attraction between two masses change? No. Force of attraction between two bodies, it is independent of the presence or absence of the third body. I mean, this force does not get affected when a third body is placed in between or anywhere around these two masses. That is why this is called a two-body interaction. अगर इन masses के दरमियान force है, for example 2 Newton, it will once again remain 2 Newton if you place, whether you place a third body here or not. That is why this is called a two-body interaction. So this gravitational force between two masses, it is basically a two-body interaction. Now, next property of the gravitational force is this is conservative in nature. So gravitational force is a conservative force. What do you mean by conservative force? Basically, work done by the gravitational force, it is independent of the path taken. It only depends upon the initial and final state. It does not depend upon the path. That is what is called the conservative force. Work done in moving a body under the influence of this gravitational force, it is independent of the path, right? So it only depends upon the initial and final position. अब अगर मैं एक और डेफिनेशन बताऊंगा आपको कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स की, वो ये है, वर्क डन इन मूविंग अ बॉडी around a closed path, it is always equal to 0. So work done by the gravitational force along a closed path is always equal to 0. और gravitational force conservative force ही है. Now नंबर नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी जो है ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स की, इट फॉर्म्स एन एक्शन रिएक्शन पेयर. एक्शन, ये जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है बिटवीन टू बॉडीज, बिटवीन टू मासेस, इट सिंपली फॉर्म्स एक्शन रिएक्शन पेयर. व्हाट डज दिस मीन? पहले ही जब मैंने लेक्चर शुरू किया था, इफ एप्पल इज अट्रैक्टेड टुवर्ड्स द अर्थ, does apple also attract earth towards itself? Yes. The answer of this question is yes. But we don't see this earth moving towards the apple. इसकी explanation मैंने आपको बताई. लेकिन if this mass is attracted by this mass, M2 also attracts this M1 with the same force. That is what is called the action reaction pair. What I mean by saying this is that ये जो f of 1 2 है, मैं इसको लिख सकता हूं minus times f of 2 1. The force with which the body of mass m1 is attracted by m2, it is same as that of the force with which body m2 is attracted towards the m1. That is f of 1 2, it is equal to f of 2 1. क्या ये न्यूटन थर्ड लॉ का स्टेटमेंट नहीं है? To every action there is always an equal and opposite reaction. So I can say ये जो यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन है या ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है, it obeys Newton's third law of motion. So it obeys Newton's third law of motion. This is one more characteristic feature, rather the characteristic property of the gravitational force, right? Now एक और प्रॉपर्टी है इस ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स की, it is long range force. Now what is meant by long range force? See, the mathematical statement of this gravitational force is F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. Now unless and until r tends to infinity, at that very state F is equal to 0. What I mean by saying this is that if the bodies are close, अगर दो bodies बहुत नजदीक हो या बहुत दूर हो, if the separation between the two bodies is very very large, still the gravitational force exists between the two bodies. अगर मैं बात करूंगा, जो कि मैं न्यूमेरिकल भी सॉल्व करूंगा इस पे, if this is sun and this is earth, क्या आप में से किसी को पता है what is the average distance between sun and earth? That is called the astronomical unit. और ये जो 1 astronomical unit है, it is equal 1.5 into 10 raised power 11 meter. Look at this distance, a very large distance between the sun and the earth. Still the force of gravitation exists between the two. चाहे bodies नजदीक हो या बहुत दूर हो, gravitational force still exists. That is what is meant by long range force. That is, it is true. I mean, the gravitational force exists from interatomic to interplanetary distances. Large distances, if the two bodies are separated by a large distance, still the gravitational force exists. और इस सन और अर्थ के दरमियान कितना ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होता है वो मैं न्यूमेरिकल के जरिए आपको समझाऊंगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज मीन्ड बाय लॉन्ग रेंज फोर्स. हाँ, मैंने आपको बताया, स्टेटमेंट मैंने आपको बताया यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन का, एवरी बॉडी अट्रैक्ट्स एवरी अदर बॉडी. लेकिन नेचर में हम तो नहीं देखते if everybody attracts every other body, but why don't we see this interaction? Why don't we see the attraction between the two bodies here in daily life? इसकी explanation मैं आपको दूंगा यहाँ पे. Why don't we observe the gravitational effects in daily life? इसका आंसर मैं बताऊंगा आपको. हाँ, क्या है वैल्यू G का एज पर कैवेंडिश 6.67, जी हाँ, इंटू 10 raised power -11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर केजी स्क्वायर. ठीक है ना, ये है G का वैल्यू. सपोज इफ आई हैव टू बॉडीज ऑफ masses, let the mass of one body be 1 kg on the surface of earth, this let the mass of another body, it is also equal to 1 kg, और इन masses को मैं 1 मीटर दूर रखूंगा. I mean separation between the two masses is 1 meter. Now मैं ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स निकालना चाहूंगा इन दो मासेस के दरमियान. कितना फोर्स होता है, क्या मैग्नीट्यूड होता है इस फोर्स का। सो एफ इज इक्वल टू, हाँ जी के बदले में क्या लिखूंगा 6.67 into 10 is power minus 11 units you know. Now what is mass m1? It is equal to 1. What about mass m2? It is also equal to 1. और जो डिस्टेंस है इन दो मासेस के दरमियान दैट इज इक्वल टू 1, इसका मैं स्क्वायर करूंगा। 1 into 1 is 1, 1 square is also equal to 1. ये जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है बिटवीन टू बॉडीज ऑफ यूनिट मास 1 kg, ठीक है ना, कितना मैग्नीट्यूड होता है इनका इसका। सो दिस इज 6.67 into 10 is power minus 11. What is the SI unit of force? This is Newton. So this much amount of force of attraction exists between two bodies of masses 1 kg and 1 kg. आप खुद फैसला कर सकते हो। What is this force greater? Is this a stronger force that exists between masses of 1 kg? Look at this very term. This is 10 is power minus 11. अगर मैं इस टर्म को 1 divided by 11 zeros, if I take the magnitude of that will be 0 point something. A very weak force, very small force exists between the two bodies of masses 1 kg. So that is why we don't observe the gravitational effects in daily life. It is, I can say, ये मैं ऐसे भी कह सकता हूं, it is because of the smallness in the value of g. g का वैल्यू भी बहुत स्मॉल है, it is 10 is power minus 11. So because of the smallness in the value of g, we are not able to see the universal gravitational effects in daily life. I mean the force of attraction in daily life, right? So now let us try to define g from the definition. So these were some of the characteristic features of the gravitational force. Now let us try to define g from this very relation. What does this basically indicate? ये जो f है, it is equal to g m1 m2 divided by r square. I will use the same procedure. If m1 is equal to 1, I mean unity at the units of mass you know. If m2 is also equal to 1 and the distance between the masses is also equal to 1. इस रिलेशन में जब ये मास के बदले 1 लिखूंगा, इसके बदले 1 लिखूंगा, I will simply get this f is equal to g. और इस रिलेशन से हम यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट की डेफिनेशन बता सकते हैं। क्या है बेसिकली यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट? हाँ, इट इज इक्वल टू द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, ठीक है ना, इट इज इक्वल टू द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन between two bodies of unit mass placed unit distance apart, or you can say placed 1 meter apart. So the universal gravitational constant, it is equal to the force of attraction between two bodies of unit mass separated by unit distance. I mean their distance between their centers is 1 meter. So this is the definition of g. I mean universal gravitational constant. So these were some of the characteristics of gravitational force and the definition of g. Now let us try to solve few questions regarding this f is equal to g m1 m2 divided by r square. ये जो मैंने कहा, ये जो gravitational force है, it is the weakest among the four fundamental forces. हम इस numerical से भी interpret कर सकते हैं, it is the weakest force. So f is equal to g m1 m2 divided by r square. Now अगर मैं कंसिडर करूंगा, सपोज दिस इज मून एंड दिस इज अर्थ, क्या आप में से किसी को पता है व्हाट इज द मास ऑफ अर्थ? रिमेंबर दिस, मास ऑफ अर्थ इज, let me write me, that will denote mass of earth, that is equal to 6 into 10 is power 24 kg, and let me write m, that will denote the mass of moon, that is equal to 7.4 into 10 is power 22 kg. क्या आप में से किसी को पता है what is the distance between earth and moon? Remember this, the distance between earth and moon is 3.84 into 10 is power 5 kilometer, right? So I will write what is the separation between the two. Let me write it here. R is equal to 3.84 into 10 is power 5 kilometer. क्या आपके जहन में कोई क्वेश्चन आता है, if moon is attracted towards the earth, why does not it fall towards the earth? बेसिकली ये जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है, it provides the necessary centripetal force to the moon so that it revolves around the earth. ये जो gravitational force ही है basically that provides the necessary centripetal force. Now let us try to calculate the force with which moon is attracted towards the earth. ठीक है ना? So मैं कैसे निकालेंगे? Again I will use the universal law of gravitation. This is equal to G. m1 के बदले लिखूंगा mass of earth, m2 के बदले लिखूंगा mass of moon, और this is or the separation between the two masses. Now G के बदले लिखेंगे 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Mass of earth you know now, this is 6 into 10 to the power 24. Mass of moon it is given 7.4 into 10 to the power 22 divided by distance. लेकिन ये जो distance है, it is not given in SI system. This is kilometer here, so I had to change it into meter. तो कैसे लिखेंगे? So this is 3.84 into 10 to the power 5. क्या आपको पता है how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? It is 10 to the power 3 meter. So this is 10 to the power 3 meter. So this is simply equal to 3.84 into 10 to the power 8 meter. ठीक है ना? So let me substitute it here. 3.84 into 10 to the power 8 whole square. आप एक घर में भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. इसका वैल्यू जो है वो निकलेगा आपको 2.01 into 10 to the power 20. What is SI unit of force? So this much amount of force exists between the moon and the earth. So this is the force of attraction between moon and earth. Now you can also calculate at your home. This is home assignment to you. Suppose this is sun and this is earth. Mass of earth you know. Let me tell you, mass of sun that is basically equal to 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg. ठीक है ना? और जो एवरेज डिस्टेंस है बिटवीन अर्थ एंड सन उसको हम एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल यूनिट कहते हैं, और इसका जो वैल्यू है 1 एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल यूनिट में बताऊंगा आपको 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meter. Now mass of earth you know, mass of sun you know, and you also know the distance between earth and sun. You can easily calculate by using the universal law of gravitation the force of attraction between sun and earth. So these were some of the characteristic features of the gravitational force. Let me revise the things in a glance. Gravitational force, it is the weakest force in nature, always attractive, long range force, inverse square force, central force, conservative force, and you now know why don't we see the gravitational effects in daily life, and the definition of the G, and in the end we solved some of the questions regarding the universal law of gravitation. So this was all for today's lecture. Hope you enjoyed it very much. Thank you very much.